Hello class, Dr. Tut. Today I'll be giving my informative speech. It is over cystic fibrosis. Alright class, I want you to imagine yourself every day just hacking up this gross, nasty, black mucus every day. At night, you wake up to coughing and you gotta clear your throat just so you can breathe while you sleep. And in the back of your mind, as all this is going on, you remember, you'd be lucky to live if you're to 35 years old. What I am just describing to you is what a person with cystic fibrosis has to go through on a daily basis. So you ask, what is cystic fibrosis? Cystic fibrosis is a genetically inherited disease that you get when you're born. It is passed on from your parents. If your parents do not have the disease, they can still be carriers of the disease and may not even know they're carriers, and they will pass it on to their child. And when people think cystic fibrosis, if they know anything about it, what they generally think of is a buildup of mucus in the lungs, but it is way more than that. Now that you have a general idea of what it is, I'd like to tell you the major signs and symptoms of the disease. The earliest indicator of cystic fibrosis is when babies, you kiss them, they have a salty taste to them. The most common side effect, though, is infection of the lungs. The black mucus I spoke of earlier, that is people hacking up infection along with the mucus. And as you can imagine, this buildup in their lungs, these people will not be able to perform normal aerobic activities like the rest of us. Finally, I want to tell you about the prognosis of cystic fibrosis. There is no cure for the disease, and people usually, the average lifespan for a person with cystic fibrosis is 35 years old. And even though there's no cure, there has been treatments developed that have greatly extended the life of these patients. And in drastic measures, people will have a lung transplant just to add an extra few years to their life. As I conclude, I'd like to show you a picture of a pair of lungs that has cystic fibrosis. Pretty gross, right? Well, I hope that picture will help you remember the struggles that people with cystic fibrosis deal with on a daily basis. This is a very serious disease that they have to deal with. And I hope it also makes you recognize how lucky you and I are to be able to live our lives in an active manner, where we can perform aerobic exercise, where we do not have to worry about coughing up this nasty gunk. Thank you, class. I hope you enjoyed my speech, and I hope you learned a little bit about cystic fibrosis. Thank you.